return to the Empire State Building next month. A huge vinyl and nylon ape will be attached to the mast of the 102-story skyscraper commemorating the 50th anniversary of the movie.
A colossal replica of King Kong is being manufactured here in San Diego. Only the right arm, the one that gripped a frightened Fay Wray in the original film, has been completed. When the project is done, this Kong will stand 84 feet tall and weigh 3,000 pounds when fully inflated. And although that sounds gigantic, a mock-up of the Empire State Building, where the inflatable Kong will make his debut in New York, shows how he will look when anchored to the building.
For the first time, King Kong was brought out of the factory where it was made to the outdoors. Carefully, the balloon was spread out in the parking lot and filled with air.
It's been a fantasy that I've had to bring this vision to reality, the image of Kong as a sculpture climbing the Empire State Building. He's actually going to be laced and strapped to the building with giant 6-inch wide webbing that'll grab all his appendages and around his body, and it's basically going to hug him to the building at the mooring mast. So it's going to be a very safe, very sound, and very realistic to life image brought to life.
This is early today, April 7th, 1983. And good morning. I'm Bryant Gumbel along with Jane Pauley. These are the headlines on this Thursday morning. King Kong returns to the top of the Empire State Building today.
King Kong is back. He's a plastic one. He's on top of the Empire State Building. Joan's going to have a little visit with him. We got a live Siberian tiger. Busy morning.
A lot of things. People are down there gawking up at the sky.
I wanted to go over to Empire State Building and help blow up the inflatable King Kong, but Howard Cosell didn't need any help, so...
In New York City today, a publicity stunt went bananas, leaving an inflated King Kong tangled in its tethers high atop the Empire State Building.
1, 2, 3. The problem started right away when they had to uncrate King Kong to fit him into an elevator. By Wednesday night, they were working round the clock to breathe some life into him. What with all the advance publicity, New Yorkers greeted the morning heads up, searching the skies above the Empire State.
But there have been problems getting King Kong tied into position. Workmen have been trying to untangle his right arm, which weighs nearly 300 pounds. But as in 1933, when King Kong was a force difficult to master. So in 1983, the Empire State Building continued to have problems with the ferocious monster, as workmen tried to inflate the 3,000-pound plastic ape.
In spite of the inflation problems, Kong's return got everybody's attention today. It was a media event second to none. For $100,000, everybody got a slice of the spotlight. Harry Helmsley, who owns the Empire State Building, the balloon's designer, a video disc company, the city's motion picture office, and even a struggling young actor.
But where's the rest of his head? His head is missing.
It's King Kong, holy sh**. I don't believe it.
It's cute, though. It's cute. He needs a little more air, and a little more verve and vitality.
But vitality was hard to come by. For one thing, Kong suffered a 6-inch puncture wound to the chest or the shoulder. No one seemed to know which. But the main problem was the rigging. Somehow, it got all tangled up. Inflatable Kong's creator assessed the situation this way.
It's a giant monster, and we have created a monster. At 84 feet tall, 3,000 pounds, it's not very easy to move around.
Kong's second conquest of the world's most famous skyscraper has been a deflating experience.
Well, the problems attending the placement of Mr. Kong on the Empire State Building have certainly gained more publicity than if all had gone as planned.
Workmen spent most of today trying to hoist the deflated ape to his perch. But once again, things went wrong. They'll try again tomorrow to put King Kong where many would like to see him, on the Empire State Building. Norma Quarles, NBC News, New York.
A worker in a sling a quarter of a mile above the street today risked his neck to sew up a tear in the neck of the giant balloon gorilla.
Well, everybody wants to say, welcome back to King Kong. As I said before, they're having some problems getting him secured and hoisted up, but they say as soon as they do, they're going to inflate him. Now, that'll be done sometime this evening. They're going to put 600 pounds of air into him. And if all goes well, tomorrow morning, everybody will be able to see the big ape waving to New York. So wave back. He's had a miserable week so far.
beauty killed the beast, we were told at the end of the 1933 movie, but crossed signals and rough weather also roughed King Kong up a bit. Never mind, after several failed efforts the past 6 days, Kong was back where he belonged today, atop the Empire State Building.
The King Kong balloon is finally installed atop the Empire State Building tonight. On the streets of NYC tonight, people were going bananas over this eighth wonder of the modern-day world.
You got to keep people looking up, and that's positive. People are walking around looking up and bucking into each other. Cars are getting into accidents all around the Empire State Building. It's bad for traffic, bad for pedestrian traffic, bad for car traffic, but it's fun.
Everybody's favorite ape, King Kong, finally made it to the top of the Empire State Building. 50 years after the original king climbed the 102-story building, the balloon replica of the ape was securely fastened to the top of the Manhattan skyscraper and inflated.
Yeah, he looks very real. As a matter of fact, you can almost see him moving.
Oh, I just wish I was up there with him. I think he's great.
I can see him from my bedroom window, and I think he's real cute.
He should be smiling. The wind should be blowing his teeth like this, like...
From CBS News, this is Night Watch for Thursday, April 14th.
King Kong has finally risen again, capturing the heights he enjoyed back in his heyday.
This is what it looks like from the street, 8th Avenue and 34th. These people are excited.
The city is growing ape.
Meanwhile, up on the observation platform of the Empire State Building, Robert Vicino, the Californian who conceived of this remarkable thing, well, isn't it, reassured me that this 84-foot, $150, 1.5-ton nylon and vinyl balloon had been successfully inflated by machine, not as rumored, by mouth.
Still fluffing out a little bit today. We're going to raise the pressure a little bit more. We're only up to about a ½ inch of pressure. We need to get up to 1 inch. I know it doesn't mean anything to you, but what it means to me is that his arms have to be perfect, because the work of art is not complete until it's done, right?
I think it's adorable.
He looks like a guy that I know from one of my drinking pals doing prohibition.
All I need is Fay Ray just screaming around here, and no one will go to work anymore. Oh, boy, that's Fay Ray.
I'm just charmed with it, aren't you?
He's cute.
Ugly. Well, I'm sorry, but I can't agree that it has any basis whatsoever to attract the attention of intelligent people. You don't like fun? You think it's fun?
I'd say it was awesome.
Awesome.
Absolutely spectacular, unbelievable, and certainly large.
Guy's from California. He also said sensitive. I agree.
If you're out of camera film, King Kong will be on his perch for a week. Then it's out to the manufacturer in California for some modifications before going on a nationwide tour.
Well, I thought King Kong deserved a rest after the rough treatment he got up at the Empire State Building. So he's taking it easy in Central Park this weekend, and thousands of people have come out to see him.
One good thing about Central Park, there's lots for King Kong to eat, including bunches of bananas donated by local concessionaires. But the important part of this weekend is all of the crowds that have come out to see the King. In Central Park on the Great Lawn, Will Spence, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
King Kong didn't have to climb the World Airways building in Oakland today. Standing at 72 feet tall, the inflatable gorilla is as tall as the building. And with his fist raised and his teeth clenched, he was ferocious enough to make some people do a double take.
It almost looked real from a distance, you know. I had to come over here and see, was it real, yeah? Where's Fay Ray?
This is KSDK Channel 5 St. Louis.
Was another case of the Beauty and the Beast. The Beauty was Anne Margaret, in town to open an engagement at the Fox Theater. The Beast was King Kong, inflated to promote a King Kong festival at the Fox. Photographers took their pictures, Anne Margaret posed, and then she climbed down to safety. King Kong stayed safely on the theater marquee.
Early this morning, the huge inflatable ape came to life when 9 workmen installed it at the Fox.
I was shocked. I didn't even know it was going to be up there. So when we came down, it was, oh, wow.
If he's that big, I'm scared.
I've never seen anything like it before. Is he as big as you thought he would be? Yeah, he's pretty big.
A long time ago, I used to think that he was a legend. But now, I believe that he's real.